Yo guys, SuperFullGokus here, the man of mystery and whatever. So it's been a while since we put out a video, and the camera guy's kind of looking at me weird. Yeah, it's been a while, so I thought I'd do an update on my Ghostricks. It's been so long since I put out a video on Ghostrick, so I thought, you know, why the hell not? So, a lot of things have actually changed. I've changed this deck like a billion damn times. So, I will go through and show you what I changed. It's not really for competitive play or anything like that. It's just I changed because of how I like it. So, let's get into it. So, first off, obviously, the two Ghostrick Lanterns, because it's like my favorite card out of the deck, because it's so funny looking, it's just so cute. So, if your opponent would attack you, you special summon to face down, which a lot of these hand drops do. So they attack one of your defense switch monsters or one of your Ghostrick, something like that, or attack you directly. You can special summon this in defense, you negate the attack, and just how it goes. Next to Ghostrick Mary. When you take any kind of damage, you can toss this card from your hand to special summon a Ghostrick monster out of your deck. Plain and simple. Next, the card everybody loves so much, Ghostrick Skeleton. When this card is flipped face up, for every Ghostrick monster you have face up on the field, you banish the top cards of your opponent's deck face down up to the number of Ghostrick monsters you have on the field. So it's just irritating for everyone in the whole situation. Next, 3 Jiangxi. The Searcher, obviously, when she flips face up, you can add a Ghostrick monster from your deck to your hand up to the number of face-up Ghostrick monsters on the field to that level. So if you have 1, you can add 1, 2, you add 2, so on and so forth.
That's a woman?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ignorance. Next, Ghostrick Doll. Another one that a lot of people hate, and I can honestly say why. Okay, so when this card is flipped face up, during the end phase, she and every other attack position card, anything face up on the field, is immediately flipped face down. So yours, your opponent's, anything like that. And when this happens, you can special summon out of your deck a monster whose level is equal to the number of cards that were flipped face down. So, anything. Next, 3 Ghostrick Specters, Dirt Face Ghost. When a card, one of your Ghostrick monsters is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon this in its place, and you can draw a card. So, just draw power. Beautifulness. Next, Ghostrick Jack Faust. If your opponent would make a direct attack, you negate the attack and special summon this card face down. Next, 1 Yuki-Onna. Still love this thing. I've taken it out and put it back in a billion different times. When your opponent attacks into this card, whatever monster attacked it is switched to, I think, permanent face down defense position. So they can't switch its battle position at all. So it's just a permanent, just negate. And I think it's hilarious. Next, 1 Ghostrick Ghoul. Just because I need some kind of attack power if I get cornered into a situation I can't handle. And so Ghostrick Ghoul just kind of does that for me, and it's just a really great card. So it gains the attack of all face-up Ghostrick monsters on the field, and he just gains it, and it's just so nice. Or you can use that effect on other Ghostrick monsters. You don't have to use it on Ghoul himself, so you can do it on other people. Next, 2 Ghostrick Stein. Never really used to play him too much, but now I play him a little bit more because getting off your effects of getting your spells and traps is actually really important. He's one of the heaviest attackers, so getting into your opponent with him is something that you need to do. So get your field spells and whatnot and just set up. It's a great setup card, and it just needs to be there. Next, 1 Warwolf. When he is flipped, for each set card in the field, your opponent takes, I believe, 100 points of damage. Which card flips face up? Inflict 100 damage to your opponent for each set card on the field, regardless of control. So, just another card that just really annoys people. Next, Tour Guide with Tour Boss, obviously. And Rainbow Dark Dragon, because there are so many different, they're all dark, and they've all have, there's so many different names and shit like that in this deck, so running him is actually really good, and I've used him a few times, and he's actually a really good card to run this, so just for a big attacker. So that's all the monsters. Still a heavy monster deck, I gotta say. So, I mean, whatever. Next, on to the spells. For the field spell, I run just 2 Ghostrick Mansion. I know there's a lot of other field spells out there, but I like this one better because it just has more consistency and it's just so much better. And so I only run 2 of them, but you know, I just like that how it is. Then 2 Swords Exceeding Light, just because with a lot of the cards you got nowadays for this deck, having these is just absolutely ridiculous. So it just shuts down your opponent so much, and I mean, if you can get this off right, you can literally keep your opponent from doing anything. So, just whatever. Next, 2 Recurring Nightmares. Select 2 dark monsters with 0 defense in your graveyard and add them back to your hand. Which is good because so many things in this deck revolve around having 0 defense. So all your best hand traps and stuff. I mean, even Rainbow Dark Dragon has 0 defense. You can even add that back. Next, 1 Book of Life. Special summon your zombie types out of your graveyard. So Jiangshi or Stein or anything like that. Some of your best cards. Special summon it. Banish a card out of your opponent's graveyard. 2 MSTs, a Book of Moon, and a Dark Hole. So regular staples. For traps, 2 Ghostrick Knights, because this is honestly one of the best cards that come out for the Ghostricks. I think its effect is, while you control a Ghostrick monster is on the field, your opponent cannot flip summon. So when you run that with Swords of Concealing Light, it's just hilarious. When this card in your possession is destroyed by your opponent's card and sent to the graveyard, your opponent cannot declare an attack for the rest of the turn. So even if they just even manage to destroy this card, they can't attack you anyway. So you just got like so many turns of just setup. So it's hilarious. 2 Ghostrick Scares, change that. Target as many face-down monsters you control, flip them face up, and for how many Ghostrick monsters you control, you can flip that many cards your opponent controls face down. Next, the Ghostrick Go Around, because it's beautiful and it's just comes off so many different ways. It's like a Ghostrick Go Around that you can, or Ghostrick Scare that you can use once per turn. Then a Ghostrick Vanish to keep your shit from getting killed. Then obviously 2 Needle Ceilings. Probably should run 3. Probably will. One of the best cards for this deck because you can just destroy your opponent's crap and it's just hilarious. Then a Bottomless and a Gravity Bind. So the deck has wibbled and wobbled from number, gone up, gone down, changed. For the extra deck, so pretty normal having 2 Ghostrick Ella cards, like one of the best cards in the deck, I think. 2 level 3 monsters, so it's very generic. And attach 1 of materials to pop a set card opponent controls. Once sent to the graveyard, you can add a Ghostrick monster back from your deck to your hand. Next, 2 Succubus. Because I only run a few level 2s, but she is so ridiculous that she needs to be run. Her effect is, while you control another Ghostrick monster, your opponent cannot target this card for attacks. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 face-up monster on the field with attack less than or equal to the combined attack of all Ghostrick monsters in the field and destroy it. And if you do, that monster card zone cannot be used as long as you control a Ghostrick monster. You can see why she's ridiculous. Next, 2 Ghostrick Dullahan. 2 level 1 monsters. Attach 1 of the materials to gain attack. I think I've run these so long. This card gains 200 attack for each Ghostrick monster you control once per turn. To your other player's turn, you attach 1 material from this card that target 1 face-up monster on the field, have its attack until the end phase. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target another Ghostrick monster in your graveyard, add that target to your hand. So it's just for holding off your people. Next, 1 Downer Magician, because I think she's probably a staple for anything that runs 1s, 2s, 3s, anything like that. For ranks, you can just stack her on top of it. And she's a Piercer. Next, number 13, Embodiment of Crime, and then Embodiment of Punishment. Because when these 2 cards are on the field, they are absolutely ridiculous to deal with. They can't be destroyed, and they just wreak havoc wherever they go. So if you get both of them on the field, it is a very, very, very low chance your opponent will win. Then of course, Utopia Roots, Lionheart, number C, 96 Darkstorm, number 49 Fortune Tomb, Gotchi, and Slack Magician. Okay, so that's what I run. It's changed a billion times. So if you have any comments, concerns, stuff like that, rate, subscribe, all the good stuff. And this is SuperFullGokus, and have a good day.